What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome into CHGO Bulls Postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here, West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck, Big Dave, Bow, BAWL Sports. The perfectly coiffed goat, Will_Gottlieb. Our pal and producer, Joey Spathis on the handles. He is at Joey Spathis. We're CHGO_Bulls, and we're here to enjoy a 3-game win streak.
Yes.
3-game win streak on the road.
Yes.
And a near decade-long losing streak in the Bay coming to an end.
Bulls win! Yes, it was quite a solid win. Good job for the Chicago Bulls. Yeah, I've been told I'm too loud and a little Bulls win. A little extra. I don't want to hurt anybody's feelings and things out there.
I was concerned for a second.
No,
said that.
I don't want to do that. But as y'all know, I don't give a damn what people think. Play it, Joe. Bulls win again. Bulls win again. Bulls win for DeMar. Bulls win for yourself. Bulls win for Will. Bulls win. Even though I put it in Matt. Bulls win for your Kobe White hoodie. Bulls win for my family. Bulls win for my shoes. Bulls win for Chicago. Bulls win and Joey. Most importantly, for George and Lisa Spathis. Bulls win. Let's go.
Hyped. Welcome in, Bulls fans. Thanks for joining us very late on a Thursday night. If you're hanging out where we are in Chicago time, hit that like button. Throw us your comments, your questions about tonight's game, whatever you want to talk about. We'll get to as much of it as we can. Throw us a super chat or two if you're feeling generous. We will get to those as well. Wow. Another clutch game.
Yes.
Because, of course, that's the only kind of game we play anymore, guys.
Yeah.
Bulls took a 10-point lead into the fourth, and I was sitting there saying, this is going to be a one-possession game in the final minute. You just knew, Will. You knew it was going to come down to it.
It's almost like, why play the first 43 minutes?
We could have been done so much earlier. Just play the fourth quarter as the first quarter.
Start 0-0, 5 minutes on the clock, overtime rules. Why not?
Why not? Shout out to you, Will, because you called this victory.
I did call this victory.
Will called this. He said they're going to win this game.
As did Chase and Ashlyn in the comments. Predicted a 4-0 road trip.
Yes.
3 for 3.
That
also,
I did not predict. So that, good on you.
Shout out to the person who said what triple overtime. That was also Chase did not happen, but the score they had was 123-122.
Damn. 2 points off.
Damn close to that, man. Good job, bro.
I mean, gentlemen, so many directions we can go, but let's talk about this. We've seen Kobe be big in this road trip, career high 37 in that you come back against the Kings.
Yeah.
We've seen DeMar be big in consecutive fourth quarters. DeMar started early tonight. He was out there hooping from the get-go, saying, I'm going to get to my spots, I'm going to get my shots. And then first half of the fourth quarter, DeMar is quiet. And then around 6 minutes or so, the Bulls start to see this game kind of slipping out of hand a little bit. And then a big DeMar momentum pausing and one when the Warriors are going on a run. Saying, calm down, everybody.
Yes.
Calm down. And then
calm the F down.
6 of DeMar's 8 fourth quarter points on his way to a total of what did he finish with, 33? 6 of DeMar's 8 fourth quarter points came in the final 43 seconds of this game. Tough bucket, and one. Tough bucket, clutch free throw.
He's been cooking, man. This whole road trip, he has been absolutely cooking. This one was different because he started early in this one. Like, I believe, 18 in that first half? And 18, I can't remember what rebounds or assists that he had, but that second quarter, he really just started getting into his flow and hitting just some ridiculous shots. Getting to the bucket, the post-ups, the pump fakes, the fadeaways, like all of it was working for him tonight. Everything was kind of in the DeMar DeRozan rhythm. And when you got a guy like that in these kind of games, because everybody likes to complain about him slowing it down, against this kind of team, this is who you got to slow it down against. Is the Warriors. You're not going shot for them, man. You will lose. Like Drago told you.
Except for tonight. Except for tonight.
Except for tonight, exactly. Early on, though, it looked like that. Because they were hitting those shots early on. They put together that nice little run. They started missing them towards the end of the second quarter. But Steph, of course, Steph getting injured was huge. Of course, Draymond fouling out was huge. Those two things were absolutely – we're not taking that away from that. But, again, I saw this team lose where all them dudes was out and Pascal was out here cooking their ass. So I ain't hearing that shit tonight. They got that W, man, and they did everything that we thought the Bulls would do to lose a game in that fourth quarter, but they just didn't give in and they didn't give up. And I thought they played well, and that third quarter was very telling. When they put up another 30-plus points in the third quarter, that's something you rarely have seen them do. They usually have to come back, which is why Will always says they play those clutch games, because in that third quarter, they always get ran.
Including their loss to the Warriors earlier this season.
Boom.
The Bulls built up a 10-point halftime lead, and the Warriors just ran them off the floor in the third.
Right, exactly what happened, dog, and they kind of deserved it. We all know how that night went. But, yeah, man, so they played a real kind of NBA game. You know what I mean? Like
they played a real NBA game.
A real NBA game. They actually ran sets, and we was like, that's an impressive set. Like, they actually ran nice plays and, played defense, and guys weren't just watching and looking while DeMar was cooking. They actually were moving. The ball was moving. They ran a fast break, a really regular, cool-looking fast break, but I was just excited because the ball barely touched the floor. It touched the floor on a bounce pass, and they went right back to Ayo for the layup. I know that's small things, but that's the stuff we have not seen consistently from this team. So seeing that tonight against the team that they played was good for me.
I think that is such a good point. They played like a true high-level NBA game in this game tonight, and it's just I know they've won a lot of games recently, but in terms of quality of basketball, this feels like it was the highest level, and they got some huge breaks in this game. Don't get me wrong. Podziemski misses a wide-open layup that could have tied the game. Steph Curry hurts his ankle with 5 minutes left with the score tied. Draymond Green fouls out. The Warriors shot 11 of 42 from three on the night for 26%. You mentioned they were hot in the first quarter. They were. After the first quarter, they were 5 of 27 on threes for 18%. So that is not something that would replicate.
The Bulls, right?
Yeah, basically, that's like a good night for the Bulls. But and then if you look at some of the other indicators, Warriors had more offensive rebounds. They had fewer turnovers. All things being equal, this is not
double-digit advantage in points in the paint, if I remember correctly.
Second chance points.
Points
off turnovers.
More free throw attempts, more free throws made. All things being equal, this is not a game that the Bulls win unless they make some incredible shots. And they got some really good shot making and obviously got a little bit of luck with the shooting variance, which happens game to game. But you mentioned the calm the F down thing that DeMar said.
Matt,
and sorry, Matt mentioned. That I thought was such a crucial moment in the game. The Warriors were on a bit of a run. I think it was 8-0 or something like that. They built up a 5-point lead, and DeMar comes down the other end. He gets an and one on that low pickup, extends his arm out, draws the foul. It was his fourth of the game doing that, and he makes the shot and one, and he just says, "Calm the fuck down, everyone."
Yes.
And there's not a better microcosm of who DeMar is for this team than in that moment where things were getting a little tense. They were giving up layups and transition, turning the ball over, not really sticking to the things that had got them into a good position in the first place. And DeMar just said, "You guys, I got this. Stay with me. Don't do anything crazy because we're going to be okay in this moment." And I thought he did the same thing again in the fourth quarter. And it just speaks to he is so steady, so calm. And I know he's going to miss shots from time to time, and people are going to get pissed that Kobe didn't get a chance or whatever it is.
Yeah.
These last 3 games, DeMar has shown you why he is the closer on this team and why he will be, because you will get a good shot with him, and it's just about whether it goes in or not.
Yeah.
A lot of love for DeMar in the comments. D. Lasso 23 saying, "Bring DeMar back, pay the man." Mike Alley-oop saying, when he got that and one early in the game and screamed at everybody to calm the F down and play, Debo arrived as a Bull for me. Just then, as Debo arrived for me when he hit consecutive buzzer-beating game winners.
Yeah.
on New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
50-point game against the Clippers.
Or maybe even before that. Chris Davis saying, CHGO, when are you going to talk about DeMar's next contract? I mean, it is a down-the-road thing, but because we have seen what we have seen from DeMar in these last 3 wins, epic fourth quarter, another epic game, 33 points, very efficiently, and an epic final minute where DeMar just wins you the game. And I don't want to sell Kobe short because he also, tough bucket, turnaround, like little mini fadeaway in the lane, that was a tough bucket that Kobe got to fall to tie the game when the Bulls were down 2 late.
Yes.
That was equally huge. After he had missed a good look at a clean 3, I think the possession before that.
Correct.
But DeMar won this game. The Bulls are 3-0 on this road trip, largely because DeMar has been DeMar.
Yeah.
And we know that the last time that he and the Bulls sat down at opposite sides of the table, or at least DeMar's representation sat down, they were far apart.
Yeah.
The extension didn't happen. He's going to go into this summer as a free agent, most likely. And look, if Bulls fans want to get carried away and enjoy this stretch of games from DeMar, because it kind of harkens back to 21-22 season when we all felt a hell of a lot better about being Bulls fans, because we watched that like Herculean version of DeMar. I can appreciate that. I don't think anything's changed, at least from my perspective, where I want this team to go. But Will, you make a valid point in what DeMar brings this team, not just with the clutch buckets late, not just with the, as Dave, you would say, salve possessions, where he goes and gets you a bucket when you need one.
Yes.
But what he is providing for this team of fairly young guys in that leadership role, especially, like we always question, like, can Zach LaVine be a leader of a team, kind of like a middle-aged, like young guy, vet, somewhere in between? It's clear that the young guys on this team love DeMar DeRozan and respect him.
God.
Does that make me want the Bulls to sign him to another multi-year contract this summer that ends up probably overpaying him as he goes from age 34 to age 38? I'm not ready to say that after a few games like this. But clearly some Bulls fans are.
I mean, this is the whole thing, right? I mean, it's a conversation that obviously there's going to be more information that goes into these discussions, the final however many games, 19 games. But yeah, I mean, this is why, like at the deadline, I thought that they should have made some moves to go the other direction. But unless they got something good for DeMar, it probably didn't make sense to trade him because he is helping these guys get better and he is helping them understand how to compete in clutch scenarios, which is a skill that you need to learn. It's not just like something that everybody knows how to do the second they walk into the league. Like that's not how it necessarily works. And for DeMar to be able to not only teach these guys how to do it, but to like help guide them there, I think is really valuable.
Yes.
So I don't want to take that away. But at a certain point, this team, I think we can all agree, is like trending a certain direction. And they're going to have to pull the Band-Aid off at some point. And whether that's this summer or in 3 summers, depending on what happens with his contract, like that is going to happen because DeMar is a human being and he's 34 and he's not going to be able to play for the rest of his life. So they are going to need to make decisions, and I think they're pushing those decisions off as long as they can until they can figure out a better plan, because I don't think they have a plan. But I don't think you just like get rid of DeMar. The problem is now it prevents you from like getting into the next thing. Yeah, and it's really difficult, if not impossible, to both build for the future and start over, and also still have the guy that's keeping you afloat, that's bringing the floor up to what the floor is.
Real quick, David, and I'll pitch it to you, but I just wanted to read this comment. Kyle Williams saying, I love it when DeMar plays well, and we get to listen to him being underappreciated for 30 minutes. Yay. No one is underappreciating DeMar. That's not the point. I think the point that some people are making, Oscar saying, casual Bulls fans back on the DeMar train, Jeprock saying, start the rebuild, please. DeMar being this heroic barely has the Bulls as a 9th seed. That's the point. It's not about disrespecting or underappreciating DeMar. You can appreciate everything DeMar has done this season and 2 seasons prior to make the Bulls as watchable and entertaining as they are at times, because he has been a big part of that.
Yeah.
And you appreciate the veteran leadership for the younger guys on this team who clearly adore him and have blossomed, and you got to give DeMar some portion of credit for the way they have developed under his tutelage and leadership.
Yeah.
No one's disrespecting DeMar.
Right.
The bigger question is, when DeMar is this good, you're still a play-in team. Mm-hmm. Is that what y'all want? Is that what y'all want to sign up for more of? Because I thought we were all on the same page that a play-in team for perpetuity of forever until the sun explodes is not good enough for Bulls fans.
Yeah, I'll get into this for a second because it's a win tonight, and I'd rather get more into that.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
But I'll say my piece on this. At the end of the season, yes, I don't think they should re-sign him. If they do, fine, I'm cool. That's fine. But my thing, at some point in time, you have to take the training wheels off. You've got to push the baby birds out the nest. At some point in time, you got to sink or you got to swim. You got to go with your young guys and see what they got, see what they have learned. We're seeing what they're learning now, being put in these situations. Again, this was always my big thing about going to the play-in, was getting this kind of thing that I'm talking about right now, this kind of knowledge, playing in the clutch in the fourth quarter, playing in the postseason, getting those young guys that kind of experience. Because what you're watching now is just them learning in those situations right now. And seeing Kobe miss that three and hit that big-ass bucket, Matt, was colossal. And him not lose his head. That was great. That was awesome to see. Seeing Ayo still playing well and playing well defensively, you did not see Chris Paul get to his spots again. All that's tied to DeMar. I can tie all those things to DeMar because of the confidence that he gives these young guys. And it is a great salve, Matt, to come down and just say, here. Here's the ball, dog. Go do your damn thing against these teams right here. It's great. But at some point in time, you've got to see if you can fly, guys. Because as Matt has said, you're playing this amazing, playing this great, doing all these incredible things that he's doing, and they are absolutely incredible. You still are where I think you would still be, even without him, which is in the play-in, battling for a ninth seed, man. At some point in time, you got to let the young guys cook.
The problem is that with DeMar on their team, with Zach still, and especially Caruso, they're not putting themselves in a position to be able to get the young guys to be able to push them out of the nest and see if they can fly on their own.
That's, yeah, we're on the same
so
page,
now,
yes.
I'm just with you. Like,
okay,
it's now because you just have Kobe and Ayo, and it's like nice that Javon Carter played a little bit better tonight. But like these games are being won and lost by Vooch and DeMar in a lot of ways. And Kobe and I have stepped up and been contributors, but that's not like a whole team that you can move forward with. They need to get more young players. They need to establish a better young core and a better young asset base so that they can get to that point. Because right now they are not there. But by not making any moves, they can't get themselves there. And by not trading DeMar, they can't improve the value of their own pick to be able to get more good young players through their own draft picks. So it's just a position where like the cycle that they're on is keeping them on the cycle that they're on. And until they break that cycle somehow, they're going to continue on the same cycle. And it's like, it just kind of is what it is. But I totally understand not wanting to move on from DeMar the way that he's playing and the way that he is keeping these guys in games and teaching the young players how to be competitive for when they are at that point. It's just a matter of like how and when they get there.
Let's take our first break right there. We'll come back. Plenty more to get to from tonight's game. You mentioned Vooch. He put up some points.
Oh, man.
I saw some people in the comments talking about him. I also want to talk about what we saw from the bench units from both teams, because we were talking in pregame about how this Warriors team that's finally healthy has just a monster bench.
Yeah.
The Bulls bench, maybe surprisingly, got the better end of that battle tonight, which was interesting. So we'll talk about that. Of course, we'll get to any super chats we have, and it's a W. So there's a Goon coming. Throw us who you think should be or who you want to be Goon of the night. While we're taking this first break, you know what to do, Bulls Nation. Hit that thumb. We got well over 400 people hanging out at this hour. Shout out to you, Bulls Nation. Y'all are the best. Hit the like button. Do it for our friend Troll Joe. He likes your thumbs. Make sure you also subscribe to that CHGO Sports YouTube channel. Dave, who's up?
Oh, top of the morning to ya. The Jamaican Irish leprechaun. Lot of mercy. This
the most elusive creature in all the land.
That's right. That's right. It's so true. Brought to you by St. Patrick's Day. Shamrock Shavers. Back to my homeland in Dublin.
Back to my homeland.
Oh, man, it's brought to you by Manscaped, ladies and gentlemen. This year, don't just chase the rainbows. Make your own pot of gold and groom your little leprechaun with the leaders in below-the-kilt care. Say goodbye. Peace out to the Clover Forest with Manscaped's Lawnmower 5.0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let your confidence shine bright. Embrace the look of the Irish. And join the 10 million men. That's a lot of people. 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped. I am one of those men. I know Matt is also one of those men who trust them, man. Just head over to manscaped.com. Use the code BULLS, BULLS,
Bulls,
for 20% off. And guess what? You'll get yourself some free shipping too. Why wouldn't you? It sounds awesome to me, man. I enjoy Manscaped. Like I talk about when I get the box, that was just an awesome night for me. Ooh. When that box showed up at my house.
So many different little treats in one box. It's great.
It was great, man. Like, and you see it right there on the bottom of your screen. All that showed up. All of those things came in, man. They have got it going on. And I appreciate them so much because it's always ready to go. It's right off the charger, too. Put it right on the charger, grab it, zzz, zzz, boom, you're gone. Out on the town, having a good time. This is your having a good time head right there, baby. And you know why you're feeling like that? Because you've been manscaped. Oh, quit. That's right. Turns and fly. Oh, it's an awesome, awesome thing, man. The trimmer comes with 2, not 1, but 2 interchangeable next-gen skin-safe blade heads. Let me reiterate, skin-safe, all right? Using them around special areas, you want to make sure you are safe right there, okay? Manscaped 5.0, they got you covered, man. They will not let you down. So trimming the hedges in your Irish garden isn't just for below the belt. You can complete your look with Manscaped's signature Beard Hedger Pro Kit and Handyman Electric Face Shaver. Joey, do you use the electric face shaver?
No, but not yet, but I will be ordering one soon.
He will be on it, ladies and gentlemen.
As soon as he starts to get some of those facial hairs coming in.
As soon as the facial hairs start coming in.
I mean, you just lobbed that one over the plate for me, Joe.
Kind of
have plenty of facial hair.
Kind of did.
That's true. That dude has a 5 o'clock shadow at 9 a.m.
He does, man. Will Gottlieb would be proud. Whether you're sculpting your beard or cleaning up your neckline, as Joey will be doing, these are always the right tools for the J-O-B. So, as I said, get 20% off and free. I said free shipping. Use that code BULLS. You know how to spell it. At manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code BULLS at manscaped.com. This St. Patrick's Day, make sure your little hairy leprechaun boy is luckier than ever with Manscaped right near the beach.
Kyle in the comments said, Jamirish. South Garzon saying, LMAO, that accent is horrible. Julia saying, Dave, you are hilarious. French Bulls TV saying, Dublin is a vibe, though. I agree. I spent one weekend in Dublin, and whew.
I can't wait to go.
It's a fun stop. Sean, meanwhile, said, stop butchering my language.
What you talking about? Which one?
Oh, sweet mother of God. Postgame tonight also brought to you by our wonderful friends at Coors Light. Whether it's your team stressing you out because you think they're about to go to another overtime game on their West Coast road trip, or just life in general, things can feel, well, chaotic sometimes. That's why Coors Light helps you find moments to chill all year long.
Look what I started. Oh, man.
I mean, from October to April, and then, you know, if we're lucky, beyond April, as a Bulls fan, like, I get really pent up and strung out a lot watching Bulls games. I get stressed out.
You?
Yeah, I know. Throw things.
What?
I, outside of my life as a sports fan, enjoy being very mellowed out, unplugged, chill vibes.
That is actually true.
Yeah, you can vouch for that.
Yeah, I can attest.
We hang out sometimes outside of our work environment, and I am a mellow dude.
He is.
And it's just like an on-off switch, my work life, my sports life, and not. And there's nothing more satisfying than shutting the laptop, logging off of Twitter, being like, whew, deep breath.
Deep breath.
You know what helps me do that?
Tell me.
Coors Light.
Cling.
Gosh, it's just cold as the Rockies. Did you know that?
I've heard.
The way you can know that is when the mountains turn blue, whether it's on one of these awesome cups that Coors Light gave us
Hockey
that
sticks.
keep this so cold. Have you ever felt how cold these cups are?
Yes.
When a cold Coors Light is in them?
It's pretty amazing.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, yeah. It's
also,
pretty amazing.
the Coors Light bottles.
Yes.
You can get at your neighborhood liquor store or grocery store. The Coors Light cans, same deal. When the mountains are blue, you know it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for a smoother finish. When it's time to chill, crack open a Coors Light. It's mountain cold refreshment, crisp and refreshing as the Colorado Rockies. When it's time to chill, Coors Light is the beer I reach for. Get Coors Light delivered straight to your door with Instacart. That's right, Coors Light on Instacart. Go to CHGO Basketball. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
I saw a cool tweet here from Casey Johnson.
Okay.
Shout out. Javante Green, who plays for the Warriors G League team, is in the Bulls locker room, and his former teammates are loving it.
I
can see that.
Awesome, man.
He
Shout
always
out
had the good
Javante.
vibes.
I love that.
That is awesome.
Good for
That is
Javante.
awesome, man. Like, shout out to Javante.
Want to see Javante get another shot in the league.
Yes, absolutely.
Because there were some certain stretches there for a while where we were like, is Javante like our third best player?
Yes.
Because
it was true.
horrifying, but also like good for you, Javante.
I still remember when he came in and played power forward in the preseason
God.
and how well it worked.
Dude.
Because I remember him blocking Lowry Marketed, and I was like, oh my God, like what? This works. I couldn't believe it. It worked having him out there like that.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Crystal in the comments saying it'll be a huge drop if DeMar leaves. Clayton saying people all over the world forget. Or wait, no, what was it? Do you?
Can I just, while you're looking?
Yeah.
Huge drop.
You don't have to worry about DeMar leaving. He's not leaving.
Siegfried saying, you do know without DeMar, this team is at least 5 years behind being competitive. David Williams saying, Bulls fans forget what this team looked like without DeMar.
Oh, I remember.
And someone else said, like, without DeMar and Vooch, this team has, is like struggling to get to 20 wins. Someone including Vooch in that argument. It was also David Williams. Please, without DeMar and Vooch, this Bulls team would have a hard time winning 20 games. Stop capping. For those who are saying, move forward and maybe this team can stay competitive.
Gotta take them wheels off sometime.
I do want to touch on Vooch.
Sure.
Because he put up 33 tonight. Like, we're singing DeMar's praises. DeMar had 33. Vooch had 33. Also, it was an efficient 33. He shot over 50% from the field, 14 of 23. Woo. He was 3 of 6 from downtown.
What?
Which you will always take from Vooch.
2
happily.
seconds for Joe.
And he still was a -7 on the night. He did just, and I'm not saying I'm not saying I'm absolving Vooch of fault. I'm not saying it's all his fault.
Yeah.
He got hung out to dry in some of those perimeter defensive situations tonight.
Yeah.
All these tiny, quick little guards that the Warriors have, whether it's Steph or Klay or CP3 or friggin' Pods.
Pods.
He was just like, the Bulls were going under screens a lot tonight.
Yeah.
Against this Warriors team that's a bold choice, Vooch gets hung out to dry sometimes because of that. It's hard to knock Vooch on a night where he gives you 33 on efficient shooting. It's like the defense is what the defense is.
Yeah, I don't understand how people don't understand how fairness works. When you're playing like crap, we would tell you you're playing like crap. When you're playing well, we would tell you you're playing well. He played well from the beginning. When DeMar had the 18 in the first half, guess who had 18 and 7? And also with that, it was Nikola Vucevic, man. 3 of 6, as you mentioned, from the three-point line, which, as we've always known, it opens up his game. It truly does. Taking those 6 attempts, which you guys have always been on, him taking those attempts because we thought he was going to be hitting those shots. So shooting 60% from the field. The up and unders were working, man. Like, it was all clicking for him. And again, as I've said a cajillion times, when Vooch is playing against people he is bigger than, he will dominate you. And that's what you saw tonight. And Draymond Green, we know how good of a defender he is, but the size he is the size he is. At some point in time, Vooch is going to put his ass on you and put you in the paint and put some moves on you, dog, and go up and score. But I thought it was huge, Matt, of him actually getting to the line in those final seconds and hitting both of those free throws.
Huge.
He hit that clutch
Maintain a 4-point lead.
Yes. First he hit a clutch 3, which was huge. And then he took another, which was wild. And then got another shot out of that. Like then he took a Dirk. Like he started feeling himself after that. And we were like, no, don't do those things. But it was the fact that him getting that final rebound and hitting both, and not just one, but hitting both of those free throws, that was colossal by Vooch, man. And I truly appreciated the game that he had tonight. You don't win without DeMar, but you don't win without Vooch either on this one, man. You got to give him his love in this game.
I mean, you won by 3 points.
Yeah.
You don't win without Vooch's 33 points.
You need him.
That's some simple math. But there are people in the comments saying, to the contrary, TB17, even when Vucevic has his best offensive game, we still barely win because he's such a huge negative defensively. Joe Stevens saying a broke clock is right twice a day, still out on Vucevic.
That's fine.
Sparta 10, Vucevic shoots well, but his defense always makes me bang my head against the wall. South Garcon, I disagree. Vucevic has a bad tendency of constantly finding his big butt on a guard outside, not being in the paint for critical rebounds. Part of it is the trash scheme. The rest is him. Will, thoughts?
I mean, two things can be true at the same time. Vooch is not going to be like a lockdown stopping defender. He's not going to be, and Joe Colley just had some really good reporting on this with Billy Donovan at the Sun Times, so you can go find that. But basically, Billy and Vooch are the first people to acknowledge that he's not Rudy Gobert. He's not protecting the rim like that, where you can just put him in drop coverage, let him chill at the rim, and defend and not let anybody get layups there. Yeah. That's not who he is. So the Bulls have to compensate that and play a different style of defense, and that's what they do. There are times when Vooch does not execute that perfectly, but for the most part, he's been really good at getting up to the level of the screen, which means cutting off the dribble penetration on the ball screen, and then getting back to his man when the defender of the ball handler can get over the screen and get back in front. So he does that well. There are times when he's not at the level of the screen. He does drop back too far, and then he gets in trouble where he's not able to contain or defend the rim because he's not, jumping or, moving fast enough to be able to get back in front of guys. But for the most part, I think Vooch does a good job executing, and I think you can just make the case that like this team is not. They were a top 5 defense last year. Mm-hmm. They were 10th for the first 60 games, and then they were first after the All-Star break last year, which vaulted them to 5th overall. This year, they've been a little bit worse defensively overall, but they're still solid. I'm pulling up the numbers now. They're 17th on the season, but I think closer to 12th if you remove the 5-14 start. So they execute to a scheme well. I think a lot of it is Caruso. A lot of it is the other guys executing in their roles, but this is a team that defends with 5 people. Mm-hmm. They all have jobs. They all have to execute them for this thing to go smoothly, and for the most part, it does. I think that's a testament to Vooch being able to execute a scheme, to the rest of the players being able to execute their schemes, and to Billy Donovan for being able to construct something that can be so effective when you have a guy like Vooch back there who isn't Rudy Gobert, who is not an automatic top 5 defense into himself.
Bottom line, he played well. That's what he said. Yes, he did everything well tonight, man. Shout out to him.
Speaking of did everything well, Brandon E in the comments said, stop addressing negativity tonight. None of these people thought we could be 3-0 on this trip. Tonight should be for the believers in this team, despite its flaws.
Let them have that. You're right. Nobody thought they would be 3-0 on this trip. Nobody had them beating the Warriors because you hadn't seen it happen. When they were 2-0, we just thought this, except Will Gottlieb, who called this game. But nobody really saw that happening for him, man. And yes, excitement. This should be for all the happy people out here who got this win. Like myself, I'm truly happy the Bulls got this victory, man. It feels good to win. Why, Joey? Tell them why.
Because winning is fun.
Come on, Joseph.
But I do think we should have done a post game with the people who would have predicted the 3-0 road trip, and we could have just had a bunch of empty chairs out there. Because I don't think any of us were predicting
or
this.
unless Chase and Ashland wanted to come
Chase and Ashland
could wherever they are.
They could have hosted tonight.
I wasn't aware we were being overtly negative. I think we were.
I will say something to that. Like, it's okay to enjoy the moment and enjoy the game and say that they played well and that they have played well of late, while also having a bigger picture mentality and thinking about the future and thinking about what happens down the road. So
Right.
you can do both of those things. Both are allowed.
I put a pin in my never-ending dread of where the Bulls are and the road that lies ahead of them tonight.
That's saying something.
I said at the end of pregame, even I'm rooting for a W tonight.
He definitely said that.
And I meant it.
He definitely said
Because
that.
you know what? I wanted to see that losing streak end.
Man.
Because I was sick of losing to the Warriors.
Tired of that shit.
A decade-long losing streak in the Bay? Enough with that.
It's got to end.
And the way that we watched it unfold was entertaining as hell.
Incredibly entertaining, man.
Entertaining as hell.
Yeah.
Kobe making big plays. DeMar making big plays. And can we talk about the Bulls bench?
Oh.
We sat here in pregame and said, yo, this Warriors team is fully loaded. Herbie too. And the Bulls, they got Torrey back tonight. Dalen was back and available. But it was not the same amount of weapons that the Warriors bench now has now that they're healthy. The Bulls bench beat up the Warriors bench.
Yes.
Phillips was a +6. Batum was a +11. Drummond was a +10. Javon Carter was a +5. Torrey Craig, in his first game back, 14 minutes in that minutes limit, was the only negative on the Bulls bench, and he was just a -1. Like, you got good, solid minutes from this ragtag group of misfit toys that the Bulls bench currently is comprised of.
That's awesome.
I mean, Phillips knocking down a confident three from the corner again.
Yes.
Phillips making defensive plays in transition.
Yes.
Batum knocking down shots.
Yes.
Batum not winning any defensive awards anytime soon, but doing what he can do on the defensive end.
Unnecessary.
I saw a couple of respectable possessions from Batum on the defensive end tonight.
Yes.
And then Drummond doing Drummond things.
There you go. Yes, Matt. Yes.
Javon Carter? The yips are in the rearview mirror.
Yeah, screw your yips.
That sidestep three he had in the fourth, huge.
Felt good, didn't it?
Huge.
Felt good, didn't
Even
it?
hit one of his patented Javon floaters where you're like, really? You're doing that?
Man, dude, like getting the points they got. Like, let me start with Javon. Those minutes were huge, okay, that he put in. Those were huge because coming off a back-to-back and guys like Kobe, guys like Ayo, even Caruso, you got to come give those guys some kind of rest at some point in time. Letting Javon get in there and run around, do his thing, and irritate Chris Paul. And I'm telling you, as I talked about yesterday, his defense is connected to his offense, man. When his offense is going, he's much more of an irritant on defense. So when those shots were falling, Chris Paul was getting on Chris Paul's nerves, which is always fun to see, is Chris Paul be frustrated and discombobulated. It's a fun thing to watch. But, man, watching Javon Carter just be comfortable, even when he hit that three, Matt, that you're talking about, how he turned to that bench, his bench immediately like, you goddamn right, Carter's up in here tonight. That rhyme. So he was awesome on that, man. Shout out to him. But Tim did what just wanted him to do. Dude, can you shoot? Yes. Can you give me a couple threes? Yes. Thank you.
2 of 4.
Boom.
Great.
Thank you.
This
That's
team
what you need.
Desperately needs that.
Desperately needing those threes, man. We needed that. And also, like I said, you have to have a threat. It's different when you have a threat. You saw that again tonight. People always ask me like, well, yeah, but Ayo can shoot threes. I know he can, but they will leave him before they leave Batum because they don't consider him a total threat yet. They don't consider him that kind of threat. I know that Draymond Green can shoot a really high percentage from three, but there's a reason his ass be so wide open at the top of that key. He's not a threat to them. There's a reason they're sticking to Curry and sticking to Klay. But Tim is a threat. Every time he got that ball, it was somebody in his face trying to guard him and prevent him from taking those threes. He didn't shoot any wide open shots on his threes. There was somebody there all the time, but he hit them. And that's the key point of that.
Jeff Crook in the comments said, Turkish plunger.
Yes, the Turkish plunger in the fact, baby. The Turkish plunger.
What stood out from the Bulls bench unit tonight for you, Will?
Javon, I thought, played well and just kind of like looked comfortable back in the lineup. And I think we talked about it pregame, but like they really need the bodies. They need to have that kind of contribution. They've relied so heavily on Kobe and Ayo at the guard spots this year, and they just have not. I mean, this was their marquee free agent signing.
Yeah. He's right.
And he really has not contributed. I mean, his minutes are down, points are down, percentages are down. It has not gone well, but I think you're starting to see the last couple of games him look like a little bit more like himself. He's picking Chris Paul up full court. He's hassling him. He's making the Warriors, delayed when they try to get into their offense. Yeah. And I thought that was huge. And
he
then
got a steal on him too. Like When they were trying to inbound the ball. He also got that steal too.
He did. And I thought Julian, he only played 4 minutes, but his 4 minutes were huge. You felt his presence out there. He was crashing the offensive glass. He made one of his 2 threes. He got a steal in transition, attacking the glass. He drew an offensive foul on Draymond Green. I thought, very productive, very active minutes from him. And again, it's going to be maybe smaller signs depending on how the rotation goes. Torrey Craig was back, so there weren't as many minutes on the wing there. And Batum got 17, so it didn't get a ton of run, but just promising stuff to see from him.
Yeah, man. I think, and we have both said that when Julian was in that game, as soon as that first time out came, he went out. You went out both and like, dude, those are really good minutes by Julian Phillips. Like you said, you felt him in that game. Mm-hmm. You knew he was in there on both sides of the floor, man. And that 3-point from the corner, it just becomes more and more a part of his repertoire, part of who he is. He is super comfortable taking that from there and from that top of the key. He sometimes takes it from the elbow too, but his comfort just seems like it really comes from that corner, and it is so pretty when it hits, man. It doesn't hit nothing but nylon each time. So watching him do that, watching him play defense like he did on Draymond, drew a charge also against Draymond, dog. Like a rookie drawing the charge is – yeah, that's a thing. So shout out to him for that. Draymond was first. He grabbed my arm. Like, dude, we saw you throw the forearm right into that dude's ribs and push him to the ground. My goodness. But, man, dog, like, no, he played well. Every single piece of minute they need against when you're playing these kind of teams and you're trying to get these kind of victories, man. Every little thing counts. And so I'm glad everybody on the bench was able to contribute something. And I know Drummond only had that 1 point, but I like the fact he was in there getting those 7 rebounds, though. He still was a plus 10 coming out there. So, yeah, man, everybody contributed in some kind of way. And you're right, Matt, coming off of that bench, man, and allowing those guys to get out there and flourish a little bit. It was good to see.
Be interesting to see how, as you assume, Torrey Craig's minutes restriction rises in the coming games, how Billy may adjust or alter his rotation a little bit, because they said 12 to 16 minutes for Torrey tonight in his first game back, and he played smack dab in the middle of that 14.
Yeah.
You assume if he is available to play more than that especially as we've been talking about how badly the Bulls been lacking a legitimate body at the power forward position in his absence on top of P. Will's absence, how that may, kind of domino affect the rest of the bench minutes from here on out. But tonight in the Bay, they needed everything they got from the Bulls bench, and the Bulls bench gave it to them, which is cool. Let's take our second break. We will come back. We have a Goon of the Night to get to. We have Super Chats to get to. What's up, Joe?
I just want to say really quick, as we head to the break,
you said it.
We've got 475 people watching. 475. That's as many as we've had in a long time. 475
Salute you, Bulls Nation.
Live watchers. We only have 141 likes. That means there's about 340 of you that are out there who have not liked the video. So if that is you, look in the mirror, take your cursor right below where it says become a diehard here on the screen. Tap the like button for good reason. Helps other people find the show, grows the community. We all love each other and can have bigger influence on the Bulls and what they do in the future when we start our purpose. All right.
Well said, Joe. Like who doesn't approve of that ratio of viewers to likes?
Tell me.
Charlie the Bacon Guy.
Goddamn right.
Wearing his hat. Because you know why? Because for every piece of bacon that you cook, you need to eat a piece of bacon. It's a 1-to-1 ratio. Like viewers and likes. It's got to be the same. Shout out Charlie. Shout out Bacon.
It's hard to argue.
Shout out to my niece EJ, who wrote about bacon and how much she loves it for her homework assignment today.
Uncle Matt was proud.
Thanks to my sister for sending it to me. Never been more proud by life.
Oh, I'm so proud of him. Troll Joe. Can you tell me what time it is?
Good time. Hey.
You shouldn't have to worry when you're buying tickets to your next big event. Game Time is the fast and easy way to buy tickets to all your sports, music, comedy, and theater events nearest you with killer last-minute deals. All-in prices used from your seat and the best price guaranteed. Game Time takes the guesswork out of buying those tickets. Game Time has deals on tickets right up to the start of the event and even an hour after it starts. It is not the place. No, it is the place to find last-minute seats, find exclusive flash deals and sponsor deals on tickets for football, basketball, hockey, baseball, concerts, comedy, theater, and so much more. And with zone deals, you pick the section and Game Time does, thus electing for an average savings of, drumroll man,
Bacon.
18%.
What?
And Game Time guarantee means you'll always, and I mean always, get the best price. So, this is what you do. Take the work out of buying those tickets on Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CHGO for $20 off your first purchase. Matt,
Terms apply. Terms apply.
that's CHGO. Get yourself $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Terms apply. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest price guaranteed. Because what's going to leave? What time is it?
Game time.
Hoot.
Terms apply.
Oh, Will's going to get the pass next. Will's ready, getting the pipes ready.
Someday there's going to be a Bulls fan out there who just shows up and is like, hey, I'm here to take you all to the psych ward.
I thought you were going to say someday a Bulls fan going to show up and just say, terms apply. Terms apply.
Oh, my God, I hope. I hope it's that instead of the psych ward. Tonight's postgame also brought to you by Empire Today.
Woo!
With Empire, you get shop at home convenience,
Tonight.
the right product for your needs, quick and professional installation, and a low price guarantee. Empire is the best place to get new flooring. We know this. I've known this since I was like 3 and saw their commercial for the first time. Y'all know this too. So, of course, they have copycats or wannabe competitors, but Empire cannot be beaten by those copycats on quality, on service, or on speed. All their competitors try to do is advertise basement pricing for their low-quality products. Products that are such low quality that Empire doesn't even bother to carry them in their inventory. You don't want to know why? Because it's flooring that's so crappy, they wouldn't put it in their home. So Empire and the fine folks who work there aren't going to tell you to put it in yours just so they can say, here's the lowest price on this flooring. Nah. Their philosophy is simple. Help you find what you need, not overwhelm you with thousands of unnecessary choices and poor substitutes. What they leave out of their selection is just as important as what they put in. They also have a wonderful feature they call the Virtual Floor Designer.
Shout out.
A great way to see how different flooring options look in all of the spaces of your home. Living room, dining room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom. Just take a picture, swipe left and right among all of their different offers of flooring options, and then you can see what it looks like with the paint color on your walls, with the plant in the corner, with the decor, the frames of your artwork, all that stuff. You can schedule a free in-home estimate today with the wonderful people at Empire. All listeners can receive a $350 discount.
What?
When you use promo code CHGO. Restrictions apply. Restrictions apply. See EmpireToday.com/CHGO for details. 588-2300. Dave!
Empire
Today.
Yeah!
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Now, I'm the man.
Empire Today presents Goon of the Night. All they do is floss, 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 no matter what. 588-2300. Joe.
Empire
Today.
And tonight, it's Goon of the Night. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. 3 wins in a goddamn row.
excited.
On this road trip in the West, man, dude.
Man, when's the last time we had a 3-in-a-row goon streak?
Man, dog, it feels
Like,
good.
parentheses, just a 3-game winning
Just a
streak.
3-game winning streak, man.
It's been a minute.
And then to do it out West, just awesome stuff, man. Awesome, awesome stuff. So, Matt Peck, I'm going to start with you, sir. Who is your Goon of the Night, brought to you by Empire Today?
Great candidates across the board.
It is.
And it may seem repetitive. It may seem uncreative. But I've always been someone who tries to not shy away from the obvious correct answer. I believe some folks refer to it as Occam's razor.
Okay.
The obvious answer is the one that's staring you in the face.
Read between the lines.
DeMar DeRozan scored 6 points in the final 43 seconds and hit some absurd shots tonight.
Absurd.
The and one he had where he went lefty high off the glass from a seemingly impossible angle. Mm-hmm. That's DeMar Goon shit.
Vicious.
Every tough bucket DeMar, all of the buckets he made tonight were tough buckets.
Yeah, that and one was dumb.
It's Goondom.
It was dumb.
It is Goon shit. And I can't run away from DeMar slapping me in the face with, hey, Peck, I'm the Goon. I'm the Goon.
Now calm the F down.
So calm down. That's my answer. Also, that contributes to him being Goon-worthy.
That's true.
It really does.
That's true.
That's my answer.
Oh, I love that. That was a great argument. We'll go Gottlieb, sir. Your turn. Goon of the night.
Your answer feeds into mine. I'm going an alternative route today.
Oh, alternative wheel.
I'm not selecting a person at all. For
A place or a thing?
Right.
I'm selecting a thing, and that thing is math. Math is the Goon of the night tonight.
Oh, my Lord. Okay,
Because
I love to hear this.
Yes!
the Bulls lost the free throw attempt battle.
Yep.
They lost the offensive rebounding battle. They had more turnovers. And yet, with a little bit of good math luck on their side, they were able to outscore the Warriors by 15 points from three. They had a 62% effective field goal percentage. They were incredibly efficient in large part due to DeMar DeRozan and his insane degree of difficulty and ones that he was collecting over the course of the night, like Gremlin Joey collects thumbs. The Bulls won a...
Troll Joey.
Gremlin Joey is the evolution.
Yes.
The Bulls won a game atypical of the way that they normally do, and math was on their side tonight, so I'm going with math.
I like something in the comment. You see that?
Garcon?
Yes.
Bulls got killed on the boards tonight and points to the paint. Maybe you guys are onto something about the importance of these threes, which is what I was bitching about last night when the Bulls took no threes in the fourth quarter of a game they almost choked away. Yeah, go figure. Welcome to the party, pal.
Mother favorable, man. It's simple math. Stacey King, probably.
Simple game.
Shout out.
You just gotta feed Drummond in that post, man. That's all you gotta do.
Oh, that was awesome.
But seriously, I haven't looked at the numbers. I would imagine this is the first and only time this season that the Bulls have lost the offensive rebounding, the turnover, and the free throw battle, and won the 3-point battle and won the game. It has not happened with this team, so it's incredible.
Sounds like Joseph Spathis, sir. Who's your Goon of the night?
Yeah. As a resident Vooch criticizer,
okay,
I am tempted to. I want to give Vooch credit where I believe that it's due, because I thought he played well tonight.
He did.
33 points, 11 boards. I think he had 5 assists.
5 assists, yes. 60% from the field.
But I'm going to go with DeMar.
Oh, okay.
Did so on 6 less shots, and I think really when they went on the 9-2 run, the calm the F down, it's been talked about enough. But I just think it. To me, it was evident tonight just how much just the ebbs and the flows, and how much he's really able to steer the ship and keep it straight for them. It was just impressive tonight. He's really the ultimate, sort of. I don't know where I'm going with this. But
Steady hand.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got your back.
Thank you, Go. I needed that. It's late. It's late.
It's 12:31.
All right, well, then let's give it out then. Goon of the night.
Did we fix our drum roll yet?
Then give it to me then, Joe. Give it to me anyway. Clang. Right. I love it so.
Such a letdown every
Yes,
time.
it is. Every time. Goon, it's like Carlton shooting the shot at the end of the game. Goon of the night goes to. We're in agreement, C-Red UK. It's Javon Carter.
Whoa!
Javon Carter gets Goon of the night.
Curveball.
Oh, yes, he deserves it. He earned. Why? Because he cured his yips tonight. And he did it against the Golden State Warriors. And on top of that, up in the jersey of CP3, 94 feet, getting on his nerves, irritating him. Sounded like Troll Joey when he was up on him. He was bothering him, man. But also hitting those shots was key. It was key. You needed all 10 of those points that he put up tonight. And then, like I said, when he hit that three and turned to his bench and started talking to him, man, that's the Javon you want to see. He cured the yips tonight for himself, and it played well on offense and defense. You needed it off the bench because Matt just talked about in this second part of the show, bench was huge, and it was led by Javon Carter. Goon of the night, sir.
Is that Javon's first win?
Goes to you.
No, it's actually Javon's second win just in the last, less than a month. He last won on February the 12th.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
within a month.
Yeah.
The Goon.
Oh, he's actually his third Goon win of the year.
Three Goons.
Three. He's got to be top 5.
He also won on 12/21. So I don't know who that was against, but
yes,
I can go back and check.
12/21.
Yes.
So who's leading, Joe, right now? Is it still Drummond?
Let me check here.
All right, Joey's going to go check the numbers right there. Shout out our guy, Salesman Jim, who's in
Salesman Jim in the comments. What's up, Jimmy?
Chilling, man. Having a good time. It's awesome, man. It's just good when the Bulls get a victory like this. We are 3 thumbs away from 200, by the way.
Oh, let's hit them.
3 thumbs away
Let's hit them.
from 200. Let's go and hit that for Troll Joe.
So
he needs the thumbs. Talk to me, Joe.
Drummond is currently in the lead with 4
Still
Goon
there.
of the Night points. Javon has 3. Caruso has 3.
Sounds right.
Who else? Who else was up there? I think
I got one.
Those are the big. Yeah, I have one too.
Flex.
Those are the 2. The guys coming up on his tail though.
On the trade deadline day, no less.
What an epic day.
Every bit earned.
What an epic day.
Io Sumu's got 3. Yeah. So,
All right.
Quick shout out to Io. He had a couple of incredible
Yes.
plays on the defensive end tonight.
Yes, he did.
Also slung some more assists. He's been racking up 6, 7, 8 assist games a lot recently. But like that one block he had in the second half,
That was nice, man.
just, I mean, obviously Anthony Edwards won block of the night tonight.
Sure.
In case you missed it, go find it.
Oh, my goodness. Vicious.
Holy Lord.
Yeah, that was
But
ridiculous.
Shout out to Io.
And also just becoming such a reliable double-digit scorer, man. Just super reliable. You just put it in pen that he's going to have like 12 or 14 points and a couple threes. Like, just super reliable along with the great defense. It's awesome, man.
Love it. Joseph, chats that are super.
yes, we do have 4 of them tonight. And the first one is from AJ, who says, "There's no W too fraudulent for this team. Respect."
Wins and wins, baby. Winning's winning.
We don't have time for me to debate that, but thank you for the super
Winning's winning. Dom Toretto.
Mama Fire. Want to let you know I grew up in Chicago, and I'm a huge Chicago
Yes.
sports fan.
Told you.
But I moved to Utah 3 years ago, and the pizza is horrible.
Hey, it's Mama Fire
Yes.
from our Bulls
I
Jazz
told
game
you. I
last
told
night.
you. I told
Amazing
you it was
win.
Chicago,
Good to
but
see
she
you again,
moved
Mama
there.
Fire.
Yes.
Yeah, the pizza's horrible because the people in Utah poison it. It's probably not very good pizza to start with.
Secret
All
sauce.
right, in
And
case
then-
we've
and then
got
they
any
add the
Utah
poison.
fans, let's move on in case we got any Utah people in the house. Ben Paul
I don't care.
Joey
stayed
producing.
up with, I'm trying to keep the peace here in
Joey
the chat.
producing. Come on, Joe.
Stayed up with my 2-week-old son to watch.
Yes.
Hey.
It's pretty late.
Parenting A.
He's see red from birth. Wherever this team is going, for now it's fun to watch. Enjoy a W.
How dare you say it's too late, but then you got baby Joey jet setting around the world. Like, you want to talk.
All
How
hours.
dare
Baby
you.
Joey's not my
How
kid.
dare you, man? Oh, great job, Unc.
I mean, 2-week-old, that is like newborn infant.
Yeah.
They are up in the middle of the
Yeah,
night,
they have no
like
time
crying and,
Yeah.
needing a diaper change anyway.
That's right.
So watch some Bulls.
Watch some Bulls. Watch the W.
If you, the parent, have to be up because you have a 2-week-old who's crying and needs a diaper or needs a bottle or needs to be fed, and you're watching the game, that's just parental bonding.
That's all it is.
All I could think of when he said he's see red from birth wherever this team is going.
Don't say it.
Tell your son I'm sorry, Ben. Jesus. it's a
Oh,
tough-
yeah. Well, that
It's a tough
that was
road.
also my thought.
It's
Hey,
a tough
man.
road.
rewarding.
Justin, the Bears fan.
Hey.
What's happening?
Is that a picture of him with Cole Kmet? I like that.
Hey,
This
shout out
team-
Cole.
This team drives me nuts.
Yeah.
Vooch completely missed Craig when he cut to the basket.
Yes.
Yup.
Yeah, we were
Yep.
talking about
I
that.
screamed about
Yep.
that. Yes.
Turnovers in the fourth were bad.
Yep.
Kobe, Vooch, and Debo combined for 86, and we win by only 3.
I don't care how many we win by.
I mean, so like, are you complaining like, hey, our 3 best players put up 86 and we won a tight game
against a team we ain't beat in 8 years in their home? Hey, bro. Nah, can't be with you on that one.
I'm not one for splitting hairs tonight. You just went and won in a building where you haven't won in damn near a decade.
But I do appreciate you because you had him on that team tries to be nuts.
Agree with a couple of the things you said in that super chat, and thank you for the super chat.
Yeah, and that cut, man.
Right,
man, that was a pretty cut too. I was over there. I was screaming on that one. You're right. You're absolutely right.
If my cynical ass can appreciate the win that we just saw, then everyone can appreciate the win we just saw.
Good win.
We only won by 3. The Warriors were one of the hottest teams in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
12-3 in their last 15 games.
You know, also a good way to celebrate is by going getting you one of these Kobe White hoodies right here. Go get you one of the Kobe White t-shirts. They are available.
Sub-Zero.
They're all available. He is correct. He's correcting me correctly. This is correct. Sub-Zero hoodies.
Sub-Zero Hero.
Look at it.
Available on the merch locker right now.
Look at it.
CHGOlocker.com. Pretty sure the link is also in the description if you're hanging out with us on YouTube. Also, the brand new Chicago collection, the pizza hoodie, the CTA shirt, also available in a hoodie.
It is.
The St. Patty's Day green Chicago flag shirt. St. Patty's right around the corner. Look at all of them.
Yes.
Beautiful options everywhere. Second City, great options, all available now at the CHGO merch locker. Go check it out. If you're a diehard, kudos to you because that means you get 20% off every time you shop at the merch locker. If you aren't a diehard, well, there's your reason. Go sign up. It's one of many reasons. On top of the great content, the Discord community, all of our parties, our tailgates, our takeovers, being a part of the Cool Club here for us Chicago sports fans. Tomorrow, GOAT, we have an HQ on deck?
We have an HQ on deck.
HQ on deck, 3:30 Central?
3:30 Central.
3:30 Central. Y'all be sure to tune in for that. Give them your thumbs. Give Troll Joe your thumbs. Forever.
Oh, shout out to our people at What Chaos, the All-City NHL show. So hop over to look up What Chaos NHL on YouTube. They are currently going live. They've probably been live already for 10 hours or so. They're going live for 24 hours leading up to the NHL trade deadline. So that's DJ, Pete, and Sean, and they are awesome, and it's been really funny and fun. So head over to What Chaos, any hockey fans in there. But yeah, go check it out.
True commitment to do a 24-hour live stream.
We should do that. Kidding. Let's go to bed.
I'm going to need more hats.
And it's time to go.
HQ for you guys tomorrow. We'll be back Saturday to round out the West Coast trip. Bulls trying to go 4-0 out west. Clippers. First of 2 quick games against the Clippers coming up in the next week or so.
Yes.
In the meantime, follow Will_Gottlieb. Read his wonderful stuff. AllCHGO.com is where you can find that. Wow. Big Dave is at BAWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. Our pal and producer, Joey Spathis, is at Joey Spathis. We are CHGO_Bulls. Hit the like on your way out if you haven't done it yet for some reason. We appreciate you. We appreciate the likes. We appreciate the chats, the super chats, and just Bulls fans for being out there existing and wanting to hang out with us. We love y'all. Have a good night. Get some sleep. Or if you're watching from somewhere else, go enjoy the rest of your day.
Yes.
Peace. See you, Red. Be
good. Love y'all. We out.